I get the best signal out of this box right here when she's blinking a little bit. See how she's kind of strobing a little bit? That's the best. And he actually picks up even better when it's strobing on or off, on or off, on or off. So, yeah, buddy. There we go. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And I had to mess around. We had some more rain and whatever else. And I'm not sure if the signal's going to be any good with anything. We're going to run with it tonight for a little bit. For a bit. Welcome to Wednesday. See if I can get this thing mounted where I want it to. Maybe. Maybe so. Hello. I was playing with the antenna again and it looks like it's working a little better, maybe. I don't know. It's got like 5 bars. How am I doing? Well, it was a long day. It was a long day. Hey. And get the antenna, trying to get her turned around wherever. It was a long day and I had to do somebody else's run because the other person is, I don't know, shouldn't be driving in the first place, but needed a job and has some, I say, health issues. So more than I do. Not that I don't have any health issues. I got some spray paint. The pieces we finished up last night are here. Cool. They're cool now, so I got to take and finish up this one. Finish up this one. So I got to weld that piece on there. Yep, it's finally stopped raining here. It's been raining for a lot. It's been raining so much that it hasn't been raining. When does it have not been raining? I don't know, middle summertime. How's things in your neck of the woods? Huh? All things in your neck of the woods. I really think okay, that's cool. Okay, so I know where TT is from. I didn't do any more than I did last night unless it went out on me. I just kind of polished up the top piece here, so nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna fly over top and say, "Hey, that doesn't look pretty enough to put on the roof." But I just got to weld that bolt on there that I was talking about, and then drill some holes so so I can bolt this baby up on the roof, roof. That should be tomorrow. I'm gonna bolt that up. Well, thanks a lot. You're full of compliments today. I like it. I do have some good news on my car. I don't know if I brought it to the attention. I was talking about that last night or not, probably. No, I didn't. I didn't hear about the what the dealer was going to charge me. Can you see them bars? You can see them bars on the on my phone, obviously by now, right? So maybe I might have to switch that around. If I have to turn that around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that around because that's the only way you're gonna see down the other end, down the end, the other end, down the other end, down the other end. Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna see down the other end. Okay, so we got you back this way again, so you can see the other end of the other end of the shop or into the garage. I really got to work on figuring out how I can make that Now they're getting it perfected. And there's a fly in here again. Shoe fly, shoe fly. Let's get you down at the other end again. All right, so we're going up on that piece there. And that piece there. Shoe fly. Right, got the gas on this time. It's connected because I didn't have gas on last time. Remember, actually the gas kind. The gas line come loose from the stuff. I'd like to say that I could show you what it came loose from, but you have to trust me that I guess you can see this right here. All right. Welder's on, gas is on, I'm on. Let's go. That's all I needed. That's it. It welded like a champ. I'll bring it over to you. Shouldn't be too hot. It's hot, but not too hot. Too hot, but not hot. It welded like a champ. Imagine what happens when you you got gas. Well, you know what I mean, but gas. By gas, I mean gas. Oh, see how she welded all around there? See how nice? I can't touch it, dude, so you're gonna have to trust me right there. And up at the top, and on the side, and the other side. Yep, that is a good weld. Of course, if I show it long enough, somebody could probably say it's just the worst thing in the world, but we won't show it that long. And the other thing it's got to do now that it needs to turn. So let's see. You gonna turn? Oh yeah. Did you see that? You didn't see it. You didn't see nothing. Yeah. So it has to turn without restriction, without a hitch, a giddy up in this hitch. There it goes. I just gotta get the wrench on there right, you know what I'm saying? So. And that's where the pipe goes in, and then that'll tighten it up. So. Yeah. done, other than the drilling the holes. I did tell you that. I got to put a couple holes. See, actually, if I would have planned it right, if I would have paid attention, don't matter. These don't matter. If I would have paid attention, I could have used those holes as two holes down here. But I didn't. I didn't pay attention. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Hang on. Gotta read what you said. Yeah. Be careful. It's so hot. Hot. Very hot, right? Wow. Right. We grinded that rust off yesterday. And it's, pretty good there. I got some paint to put over it. But I want to drill the holes. And I got to make some lag bolts. I got lag bolts here somewhere. I see them. And I see them every once in a while. And so you just when you trip over something, and you wonder, how do you say it? If you trip over something, you might want to bring it to the top of the pile. So, because I find that if I tripped over it or bring it to the top of the hoard, and then because the next time you'd be looking for that, you'd be looking. That's how it works for me. I've seen it. I don't know how many different times I've seen it. It's like, hey, I was looking for a putty knife, we'll say. And yet, let's say it for a fact. See that chisel there? Now I know where it's at. It's right here in the thing. But I'll be digging through, moving some stuff and some stuff, and then I'll see that and I'll think to myself, well, I should bring that to the top of the pile because that rings a bell, and that usually will tell you that you will probably or be looking for that sometime soon. So, all right, so we got to put a couple holes, and then you can put the holes centered like this, or you can put them at an angle, or you can just put one hole. But your best to do, keep them away from this. See how them holes are centered in the center. So when you put your bolt on, or whatever you got to do. Let's see. Here. Put it in the center, so when you want to put a socket on there, you can tighten it up. And it's not hitting this. But like I said, I thought I had some, and I'm thinking that I might have seen them. I got some bends. My son picked up some screws that somebody was throwing away, and I got some in a bin, and I'm thinking to myself, did a bunch of screws, a bunch. How much is a bunch? How much is in a bunch? See, that's a good question. How much is in a bunch? Well, depends on if you're talking about bananas or not. Let me go swing it right over there. Let's see. Over there. I actually like that much better up there. I don't know about you, but I think it's better because I can swing you around. I can be in a different location and still keep you interacting. And if you like, I can turn the volume up and you can watch TV at the same time. But there we go. It's on mute right now, so I didn't think I was going to get her to go tonight. She was giving me a hard time for a bit. She's giving me a hard time for a bit. I don't have enough shelf here. I don't have enough shelves. I got some a cabinet outside that will give me some more shelf room, but I gotta move some stuff. I gotta move some stuff to gain shelf room. So let's see. All right, here's the bin. Holy moly. See, I'm sure glad I'm talking to you guys. I'm sure glad I'm talking to you because I probably wouldn't even thought about it. All right, there's a bin. Here's your bin. I wouldn't even thought about it. Look, I got screws right here I think you can make work. Actually, I'd like them to be a little bigger, but these are free. See what I'm saying? These are free. My son picked them up. Somebody was throwing them out. I mean, shoot. I got 2 of those. I can actually put probably 4, and it would probably. Then I got these guys. We don't even. My son doesn't even know we have these. These are what he's got to use on his trailer. But it need to be a little longer. See the shovel bit or the bit on the end. The real good ones won't burn off. So that's why you got to pre-drill them. And it gets see, it's like a drill bit on the edge. So, and we don't have a whole lot of those, but, well, I do have enough. I probably got these guys probably got 2 little compartments full, but these other ones we got a lot. So what if I drill 4 holes? And 4 holes would be, let's say these two guys would be equal to 1 lag screw. The ones I want to put in. So if I do 2 on each side, I got it covered. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm only going into stuff that's the 2 pieces that come up to the top of the roof, where I'm going to put 2 screws here, 2 screws here, and 2 screws on each side. It's only like 2x4. It's like a header. I think like a header. No, it's not a header. I forgot the name of it though. I don't know what they called it. I don't know what they call it. I lost the name of it. Yeah, I got plenty of screws. These are all free. Somebody, because somebody's cleaning out her garage or whatever else, and these were all in boxes, and I said I'm never going to use them, but I put this in the bin, in the bin, probably 8 years ago, and I got these little screws, little white little screws. Um, them are them are screen door screen doors. Where That's where I've seen them when I've taken some stuff apart. Where the screen doors, the windows, and all that, when you put it all together up in the corners, that's what them little white screws are. And then these are just woodworking screws. We got these too, but I hardly even do much woodworking stuff. But I can do it. I mean, I do have a. How do you like that screw? Oh, how do you like that one? That came in the box. Oh, 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 I like that screw. What can we use that one for? Anybody have a comment out there? What can we use that screw for? 73. What can we use that for? It's kind of weird, huh? But somebody messed up. Be like, I can't even show it. I can't even. Huh? Somebody done messed up. That was in the box of screws and all those screws. This was sitting there. I don't think, a long time ago, probably a long time ago. I remember seeing once in a while they would because this. I don't you ever Googled companies that make screws and things like that. I mean, it's set up with a machine that just does it. So they just run through like a machine. Got two little dies, one die like this, and they drop and shoom, they roll them, and it just keeps going. But that's on some, that's on some screws. I think for a definite, it's on that kind of screw up here, this head, this one, because it only does it so much. But anyways, I'm sure it wasn't too long ago I was trying to find something like that, and I forgot them on them. But I got plenty of screws. I can break the record on that. These were in there. I thought that I had a bin just full, and it might still be up in there because it gets lost in the back. If you're not using it, slide it to the back because you want the stuff you're going to use in the front. Yeah. So that's like a 5/16. So, 3/8 head. So I got plenty of those. I've talked enough on that, huh? So I don't have to go back to Save No Money and get some because that's where I was going to head. But I do need some washers, and I want to put washers underneath it because once you have a washer underneath the head here, then this does have less friction. Less friction. So I want to get this. I want to get these drilled and painted so they can dry tomorrow, so I can throw them up on the roof, so I can bring that other long pipe and antenna up there, and see if we can. I noticed this one here that we're talking on right now was back in that corner. So my garage door's over, my service door is over there, and both corners of the back of the garage is where I have the antennas, so I can bring the wires in through the mess. So yeah. So how's your day going? I think if I go back, your day's going pretty good. I think, huh? Pretty good day. Yeah, got two on the line. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. We're just doing a little bit of this and that, more of that than this. Usually I'm just doing more talking than anything now. Not really, but I'm trying to do two things at once. So rub my tummy and. All right, so I did say I was going to do two screws, and I have the screws. I'm thinking that is the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy. A little history on my drill presses. I used to have a tall one back when I had the house fire that I talk about every once in a while. Every day was okay. I was from a an okay day would be from 0 to 4 probably, huh? 0 to 4. A 0 to 4 day. So, anyways, my big drill press took a dump, and actually it didn't take a dump. It was in the back of the garage, and when the garage caught on fire and took out the house, it pretty much lost my drill press. Now, was it a good drill press? It was a Craftsman. Did I use it a lot? Yeah, when I first got it, I used it a lot. The biggest problem with it is lifting the table up and down. So the table here is this thing, and there's a hand crank that moves it up and down. So let me show you. So there's a lock on one side and the back. There's a crank in the back that lifts it up and down. See what I'm saying? Depending on what you got to drill. So when I had the house fire, I was able to get a few things from the insurance company, and I got this size. So it was on the table. The other one wasn't on the table. My workbench is pretty full, but someday that might be cleaned off. But I make no promises on that because it always gets loaded up. So, let me see if I can zoom you in on that. All right, let me get you over on the one I'm working on. There you go. You know, I might be in the road, but you're gonna have to. Well, it's cool. It's cool. This one is new. The other one that I was just talking about is new, and this one's old, and I like that old one better. Hope you can see. I'm trying to stay out of your way, but I kind of get in the road because, unfortunately, if I do this sometime, there you go. Ooh. Here's your holes. If I do this sometimes and I let go like that, and this piece of metal flings around, spins around a while, you'll understand why. It's because I should be holding on to it. But I'm trying to get you the view. Trying to get you the view, and I only got one bolt holding down this vise, because then it easier floats around. It floats around on the table. This drill press I'm using is, I got it for like $60 with a bunch of drills, and with a bunch of drill bits, and it was okay. Mounts loosen up. I have a little thumb screw that I can tighten up this tripod to the ceiling, so when I can do it underneath you guys. Underneath you, I can move around. See what I'm saying? Because if I bring you guys like this, here's the floor, and you're up there. Which I watched a few people's videos, and I never see anybody hanging from the ceiling. They always have them on the floor, like that other guy, the other one I have when I'm sitting over there in the tape. I'm sitting on the floor. I never see anybody put them on the ceiling. Maybe probably because their ceilings are so high. But I would yep, I did that. Yep, exactly what I did. So we got both holes. Boom, 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 boom. And so I have this sander over here that my son broke the belt on it. Sorry about this stuff. This is from tire tubes that I put on. So he broke that belt there. It's pretty easy to break it though. Can't really blame it on him, but this is a belt sander, and it has a belt that way too. If you're as picky as I am, you as picky as I think I am, you want that nice and smooth in the back side. The front side's not that bad, but you know what I'm saying. So she's ready to put some paint on her. That's what she's ready for. Yep. And yep. And what was the next thing? Oh, I got to do the other one, but that one's a little longer, so I got to bring him around. Let me sit this. That make you dizzy when I spin that around like that. I can make you dizzy if you want. I watched the other people turn their camera like this. They'll be filming it, and then they just really quick. I got like, whoa! If you're really zoomed in on it, or you're really into it. If you're really into it, I can just like, and they were like, whoa! What just happened? Hang on. I brought that paint down here. And the reasoning behind getting these antennas up is so I have. Of course, you always need to make sure your screws are going to work in your holes. See, could be a little bigger, but it's the right size, so that'll keep. Anyways, what that'll help is when I'm up on the roof and I'm saying, oh, this is killing me. I already got the screws like in the, they're not gonna just automatically fall out. Whoops. Let me show that again. So they're not just gonna fall out easily. You're gonna have to wiggle a whole lot to get them to come out. So that's my assumption on. That's my. Is that all it does? Make your eyes cross? There's a whole lot of different ways to shake up paint. There's a guy that has this thing. He shakes paint. And I want to make one of those, but I haven't did one yet. And you can buy a paint shaker. And but I don't know if I ever get around to it. But I look at when I watch other people's videos and I watch stuff. Okay. It's the same size hole. I could make them a little bigger, but no need to. It's the same size as the screw for the most part. All I know is if I put that thing through there without the screw, it'll slide right in there. And again, how I paint is I put one light coat on it and I let it sit for a couple minutes and then just the fumes, getting a real buzz on, not really, but you can get a paint head from this, but and then I wait for it to tack up a little bit, so when I put the next coat on, she doesn't run on you. Yeah, just black, just flat. It's going to be upside. If I put shiny paint on it up there in the peak, the sun in the middle of the summertime, it'll fade it right out. I mean, one summer will fade it out. You know that the sun will just beat it up big time. So flat's good. I'm putting it on so I can stop from rusting, and like Well, if you really wanted to stop them from rusting, you could have put primer on it between the coats. You could. You could have. I could have put some primer on it. I could have bought some primer and did that, but I didn't. And again, we can paint it. We can put it up there. Is it a good rust-proof paint? I don't know. It's a Duplicolor enamel, crystal enamel. Flat black. See, if it was not flat black, it would be a little bit shinier. Looks shiny though. Looking at it from right here, it looks shiny. And you can spray up inside it if you like, because the water's going to run down that pipe. And the other thing, if you really like, hey, it's going to rust inside that pipe. Well, what you can do is you get a hunk of rubber, piece of rubber, give it an inner tube, and you cut a hole on it. You cut a hole, a smaller hole in the rubber inner tube, and then you slide it up over the top of the pipe. And then when you put it in there, then you can slide that piece of rubber down there, and that'll keep water from going down your pipe. You know what I'm saying? Never thought other than just talking about it. Like, I mean, I think I had some. This is a tube from something or other. But they always end up with a hole in them. Tubes always seem to get holes in them from different reasons. And this is just a small one. But I think that somewhere or other out here, there's some inner tubes that there's some inner tubes here that I've like put it on, or I pulled them out because right where the valve core goes through the tube, if they sit a long time, they'll go flat. Oh, here we go. This one's got, obviously, if it's laying on the floor where I left it at, here's an inner tube. And I must have had it in a tube tire or whatever. And I pumped it up. And it must have went flat. Or I took tires off a lawnmower or whatever. I mean, I got tires for projects I started the project. And then got lost in the middle of it, and then came back to it later, and like this, like this. So we got a fence on one corner of the property. I was going to take and run wheels on it. Run wheels on it so you can open up the gate and close it, open up and close it, open up and close it. Then I ran into wintertime, and then I just said, why don't you just go around each end of it? But see what I'm saying? These are going to be a flat piece on here mounted to a wheel, and and these already went like half flat. I got two of those. I was going to put them on a gate. So, but anyways, we went with a different option there. And what happens is they go flat from just sitting. And most of the time it's right there. You can see that valve stem in there, right above. We have it right on it at the 12 o'clock hour. And they're just cheap inner tubes, and anyways, they'll cut a slice in the tube where it goes through, sticking out, and disable the tube, and then you go buy another one. And it's marketing. I thought it's marketing that that it would only last a bit. Bit is a year or maybe more. I mean, that was put on. That one's like half flat, and I must have put that in there. Year and a half, 3, maybe almost 2 years ago. So you know what I'm saying, they just go flat after whatever. And there's hydrogen, not hydrogen. There's some sort of gas you can put in them now. What did they talk about? I think it's not hydrogen. That's explosive. Oh, I don't know. There's some kind of gas, some kind of air that you can put in there that doesn't leak out. They recommend you do that with a car. Some sort of gas you put in, and it has then you put this green cap on it, and yep, and it makes it all better. I don't know. It makes it better, but at least the tires won't go flat so easy. All right, here's the other one. Here's the other one we did. Whatever day that was. Right. Huh. That even looks familiar, don't it? Huh? He's saying it in a different language now. I'm sure he's saying the same thing. I'm sure. Oh, my phone's getting a little warm. And I need to plug you in. Plug you in. Yeah. Plug you into something. So your day's going good. Had a busy day. I had a busy day. All it did was rain. Rain here, light rain. If it was a little colder, well, let me tell you. It would have snowed if it was a little later. Yeah, he'll do another one though. He'll be back. Getting good at blocking them now. I'm scoring on blocking. Let me get the charger. Don't leave. I'm just getting the charger. If I can remember where I put it at. All right. Got the charger. There's see, I have a thing set up here so for a GoPro that I had on this mount. I don't know if I can get it around. See, that's the cord for it. it's a cord for a GoPro. And yep, yep. Really didn't want to drag it down. I really didn't want to drag the ladder if I need to charge guys up. And I probably can do it like this. All right, that looks like that'll work. You're like, I can't see nothing. Oh, there's your charge wire. Okay, keep it charged up. Yep. So anyways, I have that power cord up there. I can do that a different time. I can just bring, consider we're using this tripod the most, but it's just a small extension cord at the top that I can just plug in the wire for the charge thing. That way I just don't, just gonna go dead. The sun was out there today, all out here today. Yeah, you know, it got close. They said tomorrow's now is gonna be sunny, but I'm not gonna hold my breath because you know what happens when you hold your breath, don't you? Yeah. All right, so I got one hole already. This guy. So we're gonna have to use that one hole. Or I can weld it up, but I just soon use the one hole because the only one that knows there's more than one hole in it is you guys, and you guys are not going to tell nobody. Right? Right. There's that. One thing difficult about drilling such a long thing like this is you need something to hold it up on the other end. I got nothing to hold it up. Nothing. And it's kind of nice out right now. I got the door open. I got the door open in here. See? And it's warm in here. See, the door over there in the corner is wide open. And it's warm in here because I still got the heat on. So, and well, I'm just gonna you're gonna keep it a secret, yeah. Pump's the word, right? Yeah. Yeah. The other thing I fixed up, and this is what this is what I fixed it for, and I showed it to you, and I wanted it to work. Let me show you this. And I made it specially for, well, I got it just for this stuff. Things like this where you can't get it in the, when you can't get it in the, you can't get it in there. And it didn't really, it really didn't pan out like I wanted it to. Like I wanted it to. So let me show you this. It's supposed to see it. And magnet, you can't even see it. There you go. This is a magnet drill, okay? And it's not supposed to be this tall. But I bought it on Marketplace, and what I thought was a pretty good deal. Well, to find out, it wasn't a good deal, and I paid too much for it, for what I had to do to it. So this piece between here and here is a piece of steel, and it's not supposed to be in there. This is supposed to sit from this top piece here, from here, it's supposed to sit down here on the base. But the problem is I couldn't use the drill. It wouldn't drill. Just the throw this thing here, the shaft, is too long. Okay? It's way too long. And so what happens is you can't drill holes with it. And so it showed up on Marketplace, and they wanted, I don't know. They wanted $150 for it. And one of these go for they go for they go for 200, and the real good ones. Well, it wasn't, because for the big drill bits it doesn't work right. For the small ones it works perfectly. And what happens if you want to drill a hole in the middle of something and you can't get to it? See how it sticks on there? See how it sticks on the piece of metal? See how I'm moving the whole vise? Now watch. Now it's sticking to this metal. Now, what the problem was is when you get a bigger drill bit, it will lift. This will lift off like doesn't have enough magnetism. So, like halfway through it, and they only got a small drill bit, and what I find is the it does tend to lift a little bit. But I don't know if this drill is dull or not. So that's the quick. Hey, is the drill dull? Well, let's try. This is a sharp drill bit. This is a sharp drill bit. Well, we just drilled them other holes. How come this one's dull? You just drilled them other holes and it was okay. You're right. It did. So let's try this other drill. See, it's too short. That's the other thing I come up with. These shorter drill bits, it's too short on them. And it shouldn't be, but it is. Because it only has so much throw. Oh, there. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I think what happened was when I put this back together, I was going to finish up adjusting that. Adjusting this thing to go down. And I don't think I finished it up because because look at that. I must not tighten it up good. Was it kind of a waste of money? Probably. I don't know if I can make this thing have more magnetism. And I don't think lifting it up in the air caused the problem, but it may have. It may have. You wouldn't think that how tall it is, well, if I had it mounted on a 30-foot pipe and trying to drill a hole, I would tend to say that would probably, the farther you get it away from the surface, it might be. It might be. I don't know. The other option was trying to see how I could shorten this shaft up. But I drilled it. It drilled right through it with a sharp drill. So obviously up there, it's, I have more force on it. I have more, I could force it more with up on the top than I do here. The other thing I was going to try to do is put a spring between here and the base. A spring between it, because see how it wants to drop on me? Drop down. So now I just drilled it with them two holes, and it didn't come up, it didn't lift. Them two holes. And it didn't lift up off the piece of metal with a sharp drill bit. Let's go back with this drill bit now that I have a pre-hole. Since I already have a hole already started, is what I'm trying to say. And you guys can't barely even see what I'm doing, but when I get to the other side, you'll be able to see. I promise you. See that went right through. That might be the issue I got with that drill bit. I mean, because I'm trying to drill this size hole without doing steps. Steps means you go this small drill bit, then you go up to the next size, this size drill bit, and then you go up to the next size, and then you go right here. That's what you're supposed to drill. You're not supposed to start right out with the biggest drill bit. But I like to save time. Saving time and saving money, right? All right, so there's that. See? We got them. Let me unplug it for a minute. If I can show you that I did drill them. See? But I used the step thing. I used, more than one. I drilled with a pre-drill, and then I drilled with another drill. And then when you use that, you don't have to take and You don't have to use a drill bit. And then you don't have to use a center punch that puts a dent in it. You just put it up on here. This is going to be kind of a little backwards, backwardsy, but because the controls are on that side, but that'll be all right. All right, so let's try that again. This time you guys can see. You can see it. Y'all can see it. So I want to put I got some sort of springs that I believe I can put in between here. Yeah. 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 All right, so we're going to swing it back around, bring it back up over there. There we go. This is what why I want to do it right this minute, because if I wait, I will probably forget it. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Maybe a little too stiff. I think you can get the drift I'm talking about. I got some other ones somewhere. I just get them in out of something, and I get them out of something, and I throw them in that box. Then I may never use them. I think I'm saving something. All right, so one spring, another spring. This one, no good. That's not springy enough. But this one is. So let's see. Put it up in there, and I push that down. Oh yeah. See it? Let me get you in the ballpark of where I want to drill that hole at. Let's get the little magnet on. Little magnet's on. So let me push that handle down. See? Now that didn't come with that, so that little spring wasn't on there to push it out. But I can lift it up that much, so it's double that spring. Let's see, there's some sort of little, yeah, there's a little collar back in the back that brings it back up. Yeah, there's a bolt back in the hole that brings it up to where it needs to be. And so that way I don't have to worry about it falling down, if you caught that. This, I believe, thinking it through, that this little thing right there, this was set up for, okay, so you're a skyscraper. You got a skyscraper, big tall building, like a single like Superman, you know, he's on that skyscraper and they're building it. So you got all these pieces of metal to come together. And they put them rivets in there. So they drill a hole through, then they put that rivet in. The picture of this one here, is set up with a little hose thing, a little can that drips oil down into here, and it's supposed to make its way down into this. I don't know how it does it, but that's what that right there is for. For a little can, I got that over there. But I would just take and spray some oil or better yet, if I really need some oil, I could put this kind of oil. But I don't, for drilling big holes. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to put a hole right there, or we're going to move it over. Let's move it over a little bit more that way. Okay. Just turn her on. That spring is so heavy duty in there that it will not allow this to drop. So we're gonna have to find something in the somewhere's in the middle of the road. All right. I didn't put it down. Didn't put it down long enough, far enough down. You would think that all this distance that this guy has, that it's down enough. There we go. Try again. Take two. Take two. One hole. So I'm gonna have to find some sort of a spring dealy. A spring dealy. All right, so my handle's hitting that deal. Pull the place that way. All right, so right there. Turn the magnet on. So it's tight. So what do you think? What do you think? $150 versus $275 to $300, and I made it work, and I made it work. So my only beef was with the person was, and I told him right up when I went down to get it that their advertisement wasn't right, because they said all the parts, all the pieces were there. And I didn't even tell you the whole story though. This drill chuck, wasn't in the package. So that was $42. So I ended up spending what they cut $100. They cut it for $100. For $100, and that brought it up to $150. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to say. Is I ended up paying $150 for it, but this chuck didn't. The chuck didn't come with it, and that's what they call this, a drill chuck. It in the box, it showed this thing. This was in the box in a package when I went down to get it, and I said, "This is in the package, but that's not in the package." And then they looked at the little article that came with it, and it says, "What doesn't show that on there?" And I said, "Okay, so if it doesn't show that chuck there, why is that in the box?" And they said, "I don't know why it's in the box." So, but it wasn't in the box. I said, "Yeah, it was in the box because I could zoom in on the picture they put up on Marketplace. I could zoom in on the box when they took a picture of it, and there was a plastic thing, and there was something black in that corner." No, they weren't being honest. No, they weren't being honest. And they argued. The problem was they've been argued about it when I got home. I said, "So now this is the lady, and she might think that I was harassing her or whatever, but I was just saying is like they didn't even apologize to it. I was living looking for that. The whole time they were just in their they just don't want to apologize. So I'm sorry, sir. We still cut you a deal, and I'm sorry that was in the package. That shouldn't have been it. We should have. I said to him, I said, if you would have looked at what you were selling and familiarized what you were selling, if you spent that little bit more time and took this thing out of the box, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's what I was trying to say to him. Look and see what you're selling. Just drag it out of the box. You got it. Throw it up there, and don't even look and see what you're selling. And then you put it up. So I still got that ad on my phone. I think I still saved it for a while, and I did a video on it. And I named the place. I didn't name the business. I named the place, and I told them about it. I said, "Go look at my videos." I said, "Go look at a video from that from the town it was at in a resale shop, and go look at it, and you tell me what you think." Well, how would you take that if you went down there and you bought it, and you were familiar with what you bought, and then you got back? Wow, that's buyer discretion. That's fraud, I think. Well, could be a fraud thing. Could have been a fraud thing. He could have not bought it either. Better yet, instead of whining about it, why did you buy it for? You didn't have to buy it. Nobody's forcing you to buy it. I just spent about an hour and a half getting there. After talking to him, that's what my jet was. I spent a couple of days. First off, it was still up on the marketplace, and then I talked to him, and he said, "Yeah, come on down and do it." And that was 2 days worth. And in no 2 days did they ever show me that. Anyways, and the bottom line is just complaining and complaining about it. But what's the point is all you got to do is be honest and tell me, better yet, I'm waiting for you. And then I think on the video, I said, in no time did I get where, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry that we didn't spend the extra time to look what we were selling." Not once. They just didn't care. I mean, so I still think I did all right. I think I did all right. I saved some money. That was the bottom line. Is I made something out of nothing. Something that they weren't going to sell it because it was still up there. I got it on a discount, and I made something out of nothing. Even if it looks like a freaky, I think I called it freak magnet drill or something like that on my YouTube video. Like freak magnet drill, because none of them have big extension like that standing way up in the air. They don't have to, because and it's only because that extension on the drill head is part of the drill. The only way I could swap that out is if I found another one on Marketplace did identical like that with a short shaft, and the motor was burned up. Well, he said, well, if the motor's burned out, you can't use it. Well, most of the motor is in the back of the yellow housing. In the front is just all the gear working stuff. And yeah. So anyways. I mean, there's all kinds of stories. The marketplace, I've had lots of stories on that. You go buy something. I haven't bought anything at marketplace in a while. The last thing I bought was a camcorder to do some videos with. It looks like it looks just like this one. I love these things here. Um, got a little lens cover inside. These are the things I have propped up all over the place. This is mainly what I use that up to. Put them on this, and so I can videotape stuff. And then I got a link it. I got this one that's just like this, without a power cord and a USB connector at the back of it, like this. I've never seen one like that before. Guess how much I paid for that? Not this one. Another one that looks just like this. See, I got them all names of my channels on all of them, so I can try to keep things together. Some things organized, even if the garage is not organized and everything else. So if I'm like videotaping something on for my car channel or my scrapping channel or this channel or the Don's Garage channel or the lawnmower channel, that, yeah, just flips open. Now this battery's dead. These batteries always go dead. So when I bought that other camera, guess how much I paid for the other camera just like this? Give me a guess. No, I'm asking you. Give me a guess how much I paid. How much you think I paid for it? How much you think? How much you think I paid for it? You got to guess. I'm waiting for you to guess how much. No guess. You can't guess. I'm not gonna guess. Nope. 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 Let's see. None of the cameras I got have ever paid that much for it. $25. 25 bucks. Of course, it didn't come with a charger cord, but all my cameras already have a charging cord, and yeah. So I've got every camera I've got a charging cord with it. So like I got one here, I got one up there, and I got two extra spares. Some 25 bucks, and the my blue one, this one here, I paid, I think 30, 75, probably. Yeah, I thought it was a good deal, and she thought, because she didn't have the charger, she thought that it was like that was a deal. It really was. It's a real nice camera. I mean, it looks really. I mean, it's really clean, not scratches, no nothing. Oh man, I met her. She's like, yeah, can I get it? Can I do it tomorrow morning? Something or other, something or other. So I had to drive. Like I had to go and get up at 6 o'clock to meet her by 6:30 because something or other, something I don't know what it was. But I got this one. That's my scrapping channel video camera, and I can just plug it in the charger. It's here somewhere or other, and I just charge it up, and then I just do a short video with it. Um, I'm on my phone right now because because of the internet. Because of the internet. I mean, because if not, I got to record it on this. Then I got to go up and then I got to put it in my phone, in my computer, and then I got to take and try to cut all the junk out, which It's most of the time, most everything. Yeah, I mean, hang on. Here's the one I was filming with a little bit last night to try to put something together for the main video, because I try to get a video up each week of something. And so, hey, just swing it open. It's on. Just push the button. I'm up here. All right, so we are live on YouTube here, and we're filming you here. How's that? Again, we're live on YouTube on the live fit, and here you guys are being filmed on YouTube. How's that? Take two. Take two. That easy. Yep. All you gotta do is just come up like this. Let me see if I can get you guys in the camera. Wherever you're at. Probably way up there, so I can't find it. But anyways, you can just zoom I can turn the screen wherever I want. Just push that button. And you can just try this. You know, this is my worst tripod ever, because it's the one I move all over the place with. Like I drag it out in the garage, whatever else. And it's already paid for itself 100 times. And then if you want to take a picture, you click the corner there, movies or photos. So I take a photo there, and then I just hit this button here, takes a picture. That easy. That one there, I think I paid I think the blue one I paid 65 for. Paid 65 for that camera, and it's paid for itself. It's paid for itself over and over again. I mean, you know, seriously, it really has. Yep. Yep. What else was I going to say something? Yep. So I'm going to spray this other one. Looks like you're the only one on. It's 8:03, and we're like an hour and a half into this video. All right. Like I said, try to keep it an hour, but this one ran over because I don't know. I was talking too much. You know what I'm saying? All right. Once it dries, it'll be complete exactly. Yep, all I got to do is find some washers, because I want to find some washers for this. I probably have some washers in one of those little totes. And then tomorrow I'll put it up and on the garage. I want to say that I probably can do that video live, but I don't think I can, because I was just messing with trying to get the signal to come in when I came home, and what happened was I was walking in and out, and it was breaking all up. So yeah, time flies. I mean, you know, I don't mind. I don't mind showing you that drilling holes, whatever. I don't care. It's all right. It's interaction. You learn something probably. And I'm getting a little buzz out the paint, a little bit more buzz. You know, not really. Gives me a headache. It reminds me of working in a small garage, 2 bay garage with 10-foot ceilings. And back in the early 90s, we did like we were like they had a tow truck company. They had a tow truck company, the place I worked for, and the freeway was probably 2.5 miles from their place, and so we were doing fuel pumps like mad. I mean, we would do 2 or 3 fuel pumps a given day. Cars would be broke down on the freeway, and that tow truck company would come out and they give them some incentive that I never did find out exactly what the incentive was, but they give them an incentive to tow them to this repair place where they could do fuel pumps on them. And so we had lots of work. They would tow it in, like they'd talk them on. Like, I'm going to go to the dealer. I'm going to go to the dealer. And says, oh, you're going to go to the dealer? Yeah, I'm going to go to the dealer. And they're like, when you got to take it to the dealer, they're going to charge you like double or triple what the place I work for can do it for. And and they can put a fuel pump in and get you right on the way today. Not tomorrow. We can get it done today. And if you want it till tomorrow, then yeah, the pain gives me headaches. But yep, it gives me headaches. But gas fumes did too, man. I can go, I can walk by a car and go, oh yeah, gas. Go by a car. I smell the antifreeze. Well, they have to. They have to because that's that's the that's the word on the street is these OEM parts. OEM parts are always more expensive. Are they better quality? Um, well, depends on which one it is because anymore a lot of things being assembled and made in Mexico, and the fail rate is pretty high on some of that stuff now because they're not paying very good for materials, and um, they're really being they're just being cheap. I mean, a lot of products are stamped on there Mexico, and they don't pay the employees very much, and so unfortunately they don't the quality of care on the parts are so what I'm saying all that all adds up to that all adds up to good quality good quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to pay somebody $1 an hour. Well, it's more than that. That's ridiculous by saying $1 an hour. But if you're only paying them $6.75 an hour to pump out some parts, $6.75 an hour to pump out some parts, what kind of part you gonna get? And majority of those places are doing parts now are a union shop, and they're paying them $35-$40 an hour. So that's got to flip over to the cost of parts because these companies are not in business to lose money. They're in business to make money. I mean, make it. Big money. All right. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll do something tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're gonna do tomorrow night. Let me think about it. I think it looks all right to me. The time's in the pudding. How long? How many years it's gonna last before it gets rusty again? But you know, it's okay for my standards. My standards are not that high. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Peace. Have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, probably about the same time. Bye.